Hello, we are Brian and Sarah Blankenship.
Yeah.
And we are on our way to Knitting Guild.
Oh.
We are also the proprietor and proprietress of Hot Forge Solutions. Okay, we don't really talk like that.
No,
it's
not
kind of
really.
fun. So we thought we'd take this opportunity while we're on our way to our Knitting Guild in Rochester, New York, to introduce ourselves.
Again.
Formally through video. We haven't done that yet. I'm Shara. I am the knitter / crocheter / spinner / weaver sometimes / sewist / weaver. Woo! Apparently I can't hold phones up. If it's crafty, I want to try it, and sometimes, very seldom, I won't do it again. But that is really unusual for me. So, you know, we have a ridiculous craft stash. And Brian was raised by a crafter who owned a craft store long before I met them. His mom and dad had a craft store in Ohio. So we met in college, like lots of people do, and we fell madly in love, and we had a long distance relationship while I got through college again, and then we got married. And we make 3D printed things. Our basic goal is to make crafting more fun. I feel like we have so little crafting time in our lives. I work a full-time job. I'm usually involved in things, community stuff, things in church, sometimes other things. I've got friends that I like to hang out with, and what time I do have to craft is really precious to me. So what I kept coming to was like I wasn't working on certain kinds of projects because I didn't have a tool that would make that easy. And the first thing I can think of is I said to Brian, I really want a nice Fair Isle ring. I kept trying to do Fair Isle. I'm a combination knitter, so I usually hold my yarn in my left hand. And the stranding is so frustrating when I'm doing both hands. I can do it, but it tends to get bunchy and tight, and then I have to work really hard to relax. I just wanted to see if we could make the process a little easier, so I didn't avoid those projects all the time. So Brian and I printed something that we found on Thingiverse, and it broke almost immediately. But that's partially because it was a resin printer, and partially because we were still figuring out how to do things like settings, and partially because I dropped it on the floor, and that's what happens when you drop resin on the floor. But Brian could see fairly quickly that this ring wasn't really what I needed. So he worked with me. I actually had a Knitting Guild retreat that somewhere in there, and I got text messages from him because he spent 30 or 40 iterations of the same ring while I was away, which is pretty awesome. And that's the one that we sell now on our website. I love it. I think it works really well. And we've got a couple of other neat ideas along those same lines. So, you know, we want to make crafting more fun. Brian has really been able to take some of my vision for like, I need a thing that does this, and he makes it happen. So if you have a fun idea for something that you've always wanted, a tool that does the thing, but you don't know what the tool is because it doesn't exist yet, you need to talk to us because we might be able to help you figure it out. We also can create spinning wheel bobbins for spinning wheels that the companies are defunct. And we sell anything that Dreaming Robots has made available on his website. Brian has had a couple of conversations with Maurice. He's a sweetheart. And so we have a lot of his 3D printed freebies. We're selling them more or less at cost. So, you know, you can order those from us too. But, yeah, so that's us. We're just two crazy kids trying to get him out of corporate America, and maybe someday me too. But mostly, we do it for a love of crafting. And, yeah, he does it for a love of me. Oh, honey. So I think we want to stay north.
I think you're right.
Yeah, sorry. We don't know where we're going in this town we've lived in together for the last 15, 20 years. Do we, dear?
I have no clue.
for now. I didn't think I was going to make a 5-minute video, so look at that. Talk to you later.